Howdy everybody! I am joining mikedmd again today because in the last video, or last year, you will remember that we did a tutorial on his epic dirt huts. And we are going to continue exploring these amazing structures, and he's going to show us some tips and gives us some ideas for how to do the interiors of these structures. And another reason I wanted to do this video was not just because everyone was asking for it, but also because it is BR's 5th anniversary, so I figured we needed to do something to commemorate that. If anything, just giving them a little plug in a video. So that's why we're here.
Thank you very much, Meg, for having me back with another exciting Dirt Hut video. I know a few people in the last video were curious about more, Dirt Hut interiors, so...
Yeah, a lot of people were asking about it. I know that some people wondering how you fit your bed in there and all of your other essentials, storage and such.
Yes. It's a little complicated. It's probably easier if I show you. So I have my house all cleaned up, ready to go, and I figured what better way to do than just a little showcase kind of how we set up our house. And that way it might give your viewers some ideas how they do their Dirt Hut interiors. And of course, like I said in the last video, the possibilities are endless.
So I did want to ask you one question before we go inside. Is there any reason you chose this particular style of dirt hut over the modern or organic dirt hut? Do you have a preference, or is there a difference?
Oh, that's a good question. As I said in the last video, I'm really fond of the classic design. Basically, I think the proportions are the best. It's nice and balanced. It's pretty efficient on the material usage. Dirt is a pretty precious item in the game, so that block's pretty rare. So, I don't want to be too wasteful with a modern dirt hut. And the organic dirt hut can be a little extravagant, if you know what I mean. But the way the proportion and balance is of the classic dirt hut really works into our favor with interiors, which we'll see in a minute.
Okay. So are we ready to go inside?
Yeah, let's do it. All right, welcome. The living room is the first thing you'll see when you enter
There's a
the...
lot of things to see. It's much bigger than I thought it would be.
It's, some people say that. That's actually interesting. You're not the first person to mention it. It's kind of bigger on the inside.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, I guess, dirt hut physics, I'm sure there's some logical explanation for it, but whenever I come home, first thing you walk into is the living room, which is kind of where you immediately begin to remove the stress from the day. Um,
Right.
keep, yeah, I try to keep it with the Dirt Hut color scheme. So you'll see kind of those earth tones. We've really spruced this up with some perfectly positioned slabs, some stairs and trapdoors. And there's a couple looms underneath the table there, so it kind of, you have a nice little shelving system there for all of
Oh
your
yeah.
entertainment. So yeah, it's actually a nice place
And you
just
got
to
a cooking
relax.
channel on.
Yes, actually, that's my favorite show. I think they're heating up the grill right now. I was following them earlier before you came over because I was going to grill some steaks for when the BR staff team come over for dinner. So you came in just in time. Oh, and not to mention its new stereo system we installed with the music boxes. So that's state of the art right
Nice.
there. Yeah.
It looks very relaxing. I like it.
Well, thank you. Okay, well, let's move on to the bedroom because I
Okay.
believe someone in the last video was commenting about how do you fit a bed in a dirt hut, just because the space is a little small. Now, I agree. I mean, basically, this is kind of a, almost an efficiency style bedroom. But as you can see, we have plenty of room for two beds here. So I think that actually worked
Mm-hmm.
out pretty nicely. Still following the same kind of that chocolatey brown theme going with the dirt hut. But you can see here we have some dark oak trapdoors, which make a really nice complement, really adds to the richness of the decoration, really going nicely with the bed, with the spread that's there. So basically, if you're having trouble fitting a bed in a dirt hut, just be creative, kind of use things you wouldn't normally use because you might be surprised how well it fits together.
Yeah. It does look really nice. And is this your closet over here?
hmm Yeah, just some clothes set out for the work week there. It's getting pretty difficult to, find good fashion these days. So certainly going with the earth tones never lets me down. And then at the end of the day, or when coming home from work, we have the bathroom spa setting. Um,
Ooh.
yeah, this is pretty fancy. Kind of going along with the dirt theme. The dirt actually makes a really nice base for contrast. And as we see here, we have some snow built up for the tile around the jacuzzi, and as well for the toilet and in the shower. So it really makes things stand out. Looks really luxurious.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. So dirt is a extremely versatile block.
I noticed that you do have pops of color too throughout, just pops of blues and teals.
Yeah. You'll definitely see as we move further on, kind of the color theme from Builder's Refuge because, well, we're all kind of crazy about it. But certainly, with the earth tones, a little pop of color really stands out. So,
Oh, I can
I'm
imagine.
yeah, I'm pretty simple. So all I need is just a little bit, and it goes a long way. So this is actually quite perfect for my taste. Moving on to the kitchen, this is probably my favorite place. It's also the social center of any home. We have a fairly typical kitchen interior setup, but with a dirt hut twist. You can kind of see the return of some spruce acting as the cabinet handles,
Just to spruce
pressure
things up a
plates.
bit.
Oh, of course. Yeah, you always have to spruce things up.
Hmm.
And we also have a few of the blocks used in the newer versions of the game, which I know a lot of people, Dirt is such a classic,
Timeless block.
yeah, very timeless, been there since day one. But you can also mix and match really nice blocks from the newer versions of the game, such as, the ancient debris backsplash makes really great tile with the dirt. And of course, we have our Blackstone, very modern, very sleek refrigerator and freezer combo over here in the corner.
Hmm. It's a very clean looking kitchen despite being made out of dirt.
Yes, yeah, the irony is absolutely fantastic. But this is spotless. We just cleaned this up this morning, and what we have out is in preparation for dinner. Which, oh look, we have some steaks already.
Oh,
They're fresh off the grill.
super
So
steaks.
yes, only the best, finest quality in all of Minecraft, which came from out here in the patio.
Ooh,
Just a wonderful area because it's all open to the weather, which is fantastic. Nice clear skies today. And here we have another super steak on the grill, just sizzling away. And and our picnic table here, we're actually kind of brightening up a little bit, especially since we're outdoors, with some birch, making our little picnic table and chairs.
it's
Sometimes
very
it's just
lovely.
Yeah, it's just so nice just to kind of sit out here, especially as the evening gets near. Not too many things are better than, the smell of steak on the grill. Also that fresh scent of fresh cut flat grass, out in the distance.
Oh, yes, I love that.
Yes. All right. There's just a couple more spots to go for the rest of our tour. Hi, Rabbi. That's my parrot. Here we have the garage, which like most homes have these days. We have our spaceship. Oh, and also the garage is open as you can see because it's such a beautiful day outside. From here, it's fully automated, retractable garage door. And this is my spaceship that I take into work every day. Some of you may have seen it around the Builder's Refuge hub, because that's usually where I park one of the landing pads there. And since I own it, I did give myself a pretty nice parking spot. So,
I think I
but
have seen it there a couple times,
yeah, it's kind of hit or miss. I keep some odd hours,
but
but
now I know what it is.
yeah, so it's nice, very clean, especially these days with vertical takeoff and landing. Doesn't leave a lot of dust, so
Oh,
the dirt
that's
stays
good.
put. Mhm.
That's good.
Last place on our tour for today is the home office. Um,
Ooh,
Yeah, so very, very cozy area. This is where a lot of the technology sits, especially those of your viewers who are making like an office type area. Really nice ideas here with the soul torches, kind of giving a little bit of color. Oh, and the warped hyphae make a really good RGB display, especially if you want to set up your triple monitor gaming setup, the gaming mouse, and a gaming chair, of course.
But we don't have a gaming keyboard.
It's broken right now.
Oh.
It's actually it's probably in the garage somewhere. I'm sure I was cleaning out the dust between the keys. So.
So what are these up here?
Oh, those are just monitors I had. They're kind of spare. I kind of use them for my security system.
Oh,
So
okay.
that's kind of looking out in the outside. That way while I'm in here doing some plugin configurating or troubleshooting the build plugins on Builder's Refuge, I can kind of keep an eye on the rest of the house and outside, just for safety.
Mm-hmm. So this is where all of the moderating and all of the magic of Builder's Refuge happens.
Yeah, absolutely. You can kind of see one of those monitors keeps an eye on the chat, just to make sure everyone's staying well behaved there.
Very neat.
Yeah, so that's about it. But yeah, this is where it all began. So you want to head outside and
Okay.
maybe talk a little bit about Builder's Refuge, and we're celebrating 5 years.
Well, thank you so much for giving us a tour. That was a lot of fun.
Absolutely. Yeah, that's fantastic for you and your viewers to come and visit. And my pleasure. Yeah, as Builder's Refuge celebrates 5 years, where this is where it all began in this little dirt hut. Doesn't look like much, but obviously there's a lot going on the inside.
I'm sure a lot of people will appreciate all of the tips that you've given, and a lot of people do appreciate Builder's Refuge too.
Yeah, thank you again so much, and hope your viewers enjoy the content, and especially those who are asking for an interior tutorial, because decorating these things can be quite complicated, as you can see. But hopefully that simplifies things. But till next time.
Yes, thank you very much.